Now that should be working. I mean, it's picking up the background noise of my fucking fan going off, but shouldn't be too bad if I keep it some distance away. Yeah, it's definitely hot micing, but that's fine. So that's live. Alright, cool. We are all set up, and we're all ready to go. So then, when we last left off, you guys were getting ambushed by mushrooms. And due to you all being, you know, not really combatants, you have all none of your gear with you. None of your combat gear, at least. Or defensive, even. So, we will... Oh, wait, is this... No, this isn't it. Okay, cool. So, I think we're waiting on Bianca to actually jump on the board.
Yeah, I had to sign in again.
So that means next up in the combat order is whoever the fuck the fish person is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is Jack Bep. Amodius. Amodris. I'm just going to call you Greth. Greth, it is your turn. Jack Bep. No, wait, it wasn't fish. It was whoever the fuck the...
Yes, I think it was me, Alessia.
Sorry, I'm looking at those. Yeah, sorry. Alessia. So, your turn.
All right. Well, check. Remind me again. Cantrips you can use all you want, right?
Yes, cantrips do not require spell slots. Yes.
Okay. I have sword burst, but I'm not sure if I want to hit Kate, this character.
It's up to you. Do you think it's the best choice?
The only thing I got that can do damage, so if I move, I know that's an attack of opportunity, so
You could maneuver.
oh, all right. Because I want to just move to this square here. And
Who the fuck dropped? Oh, Jackrabbit dropped. Oh, excuse me. Alright, they need a DC 17, yeah? Yeah, he's back. Or Jackrabbit's back. Sorry, I'm used to it being Bianca that gets dropped. And Jackrabbit still is dropping. Neither of them pass.
all right.
So that is... Oh, so take 1d6. So go ahead. Actually, wait, you are at 11th, so that's 3d6, actually. I mean, might as well have been just a single d6.
Yeah. Okay. I still got to move my little steel defender.
Yee.
All right. Okay, he's going to move right next to me.
Uh-huh.
And I think he gets to attack too.
If you have a bonus action, you can order him to move and attack, yes.
Yeah. So he'll move there and he's going to do his force empowered rend.
Alright. That will... As I have to adjust a few HP points and ACs. That will hit.
All right.
Music. You roll damage yet?
It's 1d8 plus 4, so
Go ahead. Yes, that's 9. It is still standing.
all right. I don't think I can do anything else, so that's my turn.
Alright. Flinwick. Flinwick.
I am here.
Your turn.
Put 2 behind me, so let's see.
I like how everyone's like vaguely dressed like a semi-adventurer. Like you got the Indiana Jones, you got Flitwick, you've got Williams, all kind of like dressing the same era of adventurer. And then you got 2 blue people. Oh, hey, Flitwick.
Yeah, I know, I'm reading.
Fuck. Drop my dice.
Well, it's not actually an attack spell. Why did I take them?
Whole match. Alright.
Okay, I'll go for this one that's behind the blue guy. One of the blue guys.
Oh yeah, you
and
still have
I'll...
mushrooms screaming in your head, don't you?
Yes. Well, didn't we all have it because all the
guess.
scores?
Oh yeah. Say you all are just hearing the mushroom screaming. Oh no! We're going to kill you!
Right. Why has that one got a red dot on it?
I don't remember.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
hex!
I'll just... Oh, okay. Well, I'll hit the one behind me. I already pointed to it, right?
Yep.
I'm not gonna cast it at a high level, I don't think. Oh, I can only cast it at that level anyway.
Very good, very good. I mean, it is also a plant, technically, so if it fails this, it takes double damage. That one. Yeah, that shrivels up into fucking dried mushrooms.
Ooh.
Considering you just did about 70 fucking 4 points of damage.
I'm going to see if there's anything else I can do, but I don't think I can.
Now, without taking some HP damage, you can't do any more offensive. You can't do any more spells.
Yeah, that's not what I'm looking at though. Now, let's see. Yeah, I'll save those ones. I don't need to talk to them. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay then. Henry Jones.
Hello. Well, I can't move or see the map right now for some stupid reason. Their app doesn't allow that. Is the one I hexed still up?
Yes.
Okay. It's getting an Eldritch Blast.
Alrighty then, I'll roll that for you.
I can roll.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, 23 will fucking hit.
Does it roll damage already?
No, it did not.
Okay, give me a second. I'm trying to figure out how I roll damage.
Want me to just do it?
Might as well.
No, service time. He did 9. Plus hex.
Did-
Yeah, I already did hex.
Okay, it's dead.
That
I'm pretty
actually,
sure I can.
that actually is enough to kill it, yes.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I can move my hex over to another target
Yeah, he
as
can.
my bonus action. Okay, so another target that's approaching in on the cluster that I was last standing in.
Okay. There is there is one near Flinwick and Amadris or Greth. And there is 2 near not Henry Jones, near you and Elysia and Williams.
Okay, one of those two.
Okay then. Which one do you want? Closer to the Artificer or closer to Williams?
Closer to the Artificer.
Alright then. And he is hexed.
Okay, now for the rest of my action, he gets 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
Alrighty then.
24 and
Yes and yes.
18.
Good damage. $28.
Beyond that, keep me with the guy with the gun.
Gotcha. The automatic mushroom is still standing. Greth, it is now your turn. 7 minutes of time to go get pizza. You. Greth. Jackman.
Fish boy.
My apologies. Well, I suppose this guy's gonna have to, or the red. What does the red dot mean? Hold up.
Hexed.
Hexed. Well, that one's pretty thoroughly flanked anyhow. Let's see if I can,
Alright, he wanted to stay closer to.
going to... Wait, did I already make a check to see if I'm familiar with these things at all?
Pretty sure you did.
Probably, yeah.
I think we agreed they were mushrooms.
They're
They appear
mushrooms.
to be walking mushrooms. Let me do a check. Huh, they appear to be mushrooms. Yes.
But they can walk.
They appear to be walking.
Screaming in your ears. We're going to kill you. Hello.
I remember. I definitely made a check. Was skimming my spells, sorry.
I
I don't want to use that. That's... Well, I guess I'll just attack this buddy then. Let's hope to find an alternative. Sacred Flame.
Go ahead. Save. Okay. Nat 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. Got nothing else on that, I guess. Perhaps move over here to flank.
Sure. Anything else?
Nah.
Alright.
Maybe perhaps an inquiry. You are very interesting. What are you?
Hello! We are with those of
Hello.
the Sovereign!
Sovereign. Is that what he said? Sovereign?
Yes.
Never heard of this before. Unless I have.
I'd highly
Roll?
doubt it, but sure.
Highly doubt it. Sure. History. Cool. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, no idea.
Never heard of this before.
But that has been 6 seconds.
Great.
And Williams is first going to offhand punch this fucking mushroom in the face. And if I recall correctly, Williams was the only one that didn't get affected by that, so he can't hear anything that's going on. Just assumes, oh, cool, all the scientists are going crazy. Great. But that will miss. Because it is a ranged attack. Bianchi, you back from peeing yet?
Yeah,
Okay, good.
you didn't I?
Oh. That's a miss. That's a miss. Unless any of you have below 12 fucking armor class. And yeah. Alright. So yeah, they all basically try to hit but miss. Elysia.
Let's see here. If I cast Sword Burst, will I actually hurt my Steel Defender?
What does it say? The spell?
Okay. Let's see. All other creatures within 5 feet of you must succeed on a Dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
There you go. There's the answer.
Huh. I'll get it if after this expedition. If it goes well, I can get another one.
You could just cast Mending on it.
Yeah, I could.
It also has an auto heal feature that you can use.
That is true. So I'm just gonna Sword Burst that
Ow. Oh no.
All right.
Alright, so one of them fails. I'm gonna need a dex or is it dex? Yes, dexterity save from your Steel Defender, please.
All right.
That's a fail. So then, go ahead and roll your damage.
It's 3d8, right?
3d6.
Right.
Yeah, might as well have just been a single d6, but hey. The one in front of you, between you and the other blue boy, does not look too good. Also, make sure you apply the damage to your steel defender.
Right.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Sure. I'd like to cast Mending on my Steel Defender.
You cannot cast more than one spell during a turn without a certain thing happening. Would you like to
Right.
invoke that?
Nah, fine.
The-
No, it's fine. He still has the self-healing feature, remember? So
Yes.
I'm still not used to. Well,
Okay.
actually, not. Actually, in second thought, he's just going to attack the thing between me and the other fish person.
Alright. Yeah, 15 will hit. Go ahead. Roll damage. Come on. There you go.
Sorry.
And
Plus
that's a
4. Oh, 7.
kill. That is a kill. I do believe, due to it not being Jones who got the kill, he cannot transfer his hex. Or no, wait. I think he can do that as a bonus action, right? No, it's...
Yeah,
if-
I get to do it as a bonus action. I don't have to be the one to get the kill.
Okay, well, which one do you want to transfer?
It's just a
to?
floating curse.
You want
It has to wait till it's my turn.
Alright. Alright. Leisha, anything else you'd like to do?
Nope.
Now then. Flitwick! You're all alone.
Mm,
There are mushrooms screaming in both your head and in the jar.
well, there's one right in front of me, so I will cast at it.
You'll cast what?
I will cast a cantrip.
Alrighty then. Oh dear! That is a failure on its part. So you do a
Yeah, get acid attack.
Yep, you just whip a jar of acid into its face and it will fall off, of course. Anything else you'd like to do?
There's only one more thing, and someone else is gonna kill it, so it's fine.
Indeed. So what do you want to do?
Hmm?
What?
Oh, is this thing not dead?
No, it's still standing, yeah.
It's right there, so I'm going to smack. Actually, could probably stab it.
With...
A dagger.
Eh, fair enough. I'll try with dagger. It's still standing.
I might have a bonus action to do. Just
That,
hold
I
on.
think is your bonus action, ain't it?
I don't know. I don't
Unless
remember
Poison
how to
Spray
play.
takes bonus action. Nope,
No,
plus one action.
hold
So
on.
bonus action you use.
No, but I know there's something I have.
After these last two are done, I'm gonna go grab my pizza.
Uh,
Come on, Bianca. I don't think
I'm
that.
posting it just to see if it applies, because we are in a rocky area.
I mean, it would, but you'd have to. Hide.
Oh, I thought it would look like actual camouflage, because my body is tight, because I'm small.
Yes, but they have spores on you, so they can kind of figure out.
No, that's right. Uh,
Yeah, mushrooms are pretty good against rogues, turns out.
not a rogue, but
I know, I'm just saying in general.
where is it? This one?
Anyway, Jones.
I get hit. I can use it.
Jones. Which one do you want to hit? The one that's closest or the one that's furthest?
Let's go with the closest one to me. Because I really don't want them getting close.
Yeah. I assume you transfer your hex?
Yep, moving my hex to it, and then Eldritch Blast.
Alright, go ahead and proc it.
Unless it's in melee range.
You got about 5 feet.
Okay, so there's a square between me and it.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
That's a hit. That's a hit. That's a nat 20. Very nice.
That's hopefully a death.
Hopefully. Calculating.
You know what happens when it gets bad?
That is a death, actually. Yes, it is over 50 points of damage. So, yeah. They have 50
Sweet.
HP for the record.
Okay, well, going to move, be close to the guy with the gun, and end my turn there.
Alright.
Oh, crap.
Greth. Jackman.
Oh, right. There's still one standing. Okay. That's good.
After that, I have to literally run out and grab my bed.
I'm a bit afraid to try this.
Go for it.
You know what? Maybe I'll just ask. Shall we try to obtain a specimen of the living kind?
Studies are not opposed by those in the science community, sure. If you believe you can manage it.
Alright. I might as well. I'm gonna cast sleep.
Alright, go for it. Go ahead and roll that. Roll the thing, damage.
On the one standing creature left. Assuming it's within range, even if it's not, I can go towards it.
90 feet, yeah, you can definitely hit it. Yeah. Just cast it. You cast it so it doesn't hit your associates.
Hmm.
Go ahead and roll a 5d8. Unless you want to upcast it.
Nah.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not even sure if I can, to be fair. It's,
Oh, you get one a day, apparently.
yeah. That's why I wasn't sure if I wanted to do it. But it's the only way I have to apprehend things.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll 5d8. Due to Flinwick actually beating the fuck out of it by themselves, yeah, that actually is enough to put it to sleep.
Brilliant.
Now, if you excuse me, I need to go grab my food. So I shall be back. I apologize. I thought you guys would have been late. Then I will be back shortly.
What?
Just broke my fucking teeth for a sec. After these messages.
a portion of what I can do is pretty useless considering we're not actually underwater or in the water.
I wouldn't sweat it too much, honestly.
Hmm.
I mean, we
Hang on a second. Yeah, I still got a few. I mean, still got some stuff to work with.
Ryan.
Yes, I'm back. Hello. Apparently, food went up in price. Yay, inflation.
Hey.
But no, inflation isn't real, of course.
Look up dinosaur inflation to find more.
I will beat you to death. So, you've all taken out your shrooms and even captured one. Williams informs you the site that we were sent to investigate, you were all sent to investigate, is a little further in. However, he suspects there will be more of them. Specifically this direction. What would you all like to do?
Say that again.
Williams informs you that the archaeological dig that you got, well, the dig you guys are here to investigate, is further this way.
Okay.
So what would you all like to do? Now that you guys have a captive, at least.
Captive?
Yeah, you put one to sleep.
Yeah,
Why?
Fish Boy captured one. He wanted to study it.
Oh, okay. I guess we
Because you know you're
Go
all scientists
on.
and shit.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think of that. But that guy's more interested in much smaller things, so I mean, yeah, I guess we continue on.
Right on. Seeing as technically this is still a hostile environment, current order will remain. Williams advances upwards. Might keep at the ready. Alicia,
Yes.
now your turn.
Right. Give me a second. All right. Move right here. He's going to follow.
Alright. Flumic? Yeah, it'll be sleep for like, I'll say it's asleep for a good bit of time. Flinwick.
Right.
So on the closest. What would you like to do?
Wait, what?
You are the closest to the sleeping shroom. What would you like to do?
I don't think I have anything. Actually, I do. Well, Flinwick reaches in his pocket and pulls out a yo-yo.
Okay.
He just uses a super neat yo-yo trick to tie this thing up. I don't know, or to like bound it.
Sure, slow down.
I have advantage on it.
Alright then.
Didn't matter anyway.
Yeah. You do the sickest of yo-yo tricks.
Hell yeah.
However, you no longer have your yo-yo.
I'll get it back.
Mm-hmm.
The shroom's going to take so much psychic damage as he realizes this is the best trick of its life.
Oh no! So, now you've properly tied up the mushroom with the sickest of walking the dogs. Or in this case, walking the pseudo-dragon.
Wait, if these things communicate telepathically, does that mean that it's still speaking, even while asleep?
I am dreaming of eating delicious fertilizer! And you all basically overswept with the sensation of nutrients. Delectable.
Unusual.
Glenwick, what would you like to do now? Naka.
Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if Flinwick is strong enough to pull this thing along, but I guess he will.
Alright, give me a strength check.
Let's save. Hold on.
I mean, it's not that heavy, and it's about your height, so you just kind of fireman carry it.
I lead it on a leash. Oh, okay.
Sure, yeah. You just drag it, and it bounces every time it hits the ground. Ready, go. Your movement is cut in half.
Sure. About how much? Like,
Cut in half.
so.
15 feet.
Right. Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't think the number 5 existed for a second.
You feeling okay?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It always happens anyway. Well, I mean, I can't do anything else. I'm leading it along.
Would you like to move, perhaps?
Oh, alright. 15 feet.
15 demons.
15. Shut up. Don't get me started. There. It's 15 feet.
You could literally move up to here
Plus-
if you want to.
No, sure.
And as you do, your head, of course, is filled with delicious fertilizer and not being disturbed for hundreds of years! All glory to the sovereign!
Oh.
The largest of us, of course.
Ooh.
Henry Jones.
Just gonna keep moving forward.
Alright.
Doing my best to keep up with the big guy and keeping an Eldritch Blast at the ready. Should anything else move?
Alright then. Modus.
Follow. Getting right next to this thing because he's very curious about it.
Even in its sleep, it continues to fart out spores.
Yeah. Incredible.
Occasionally, the flaps of its spore casings occasionally vibrate and produce a funny sound. A simple occasionally coming out of it.
Just gonna try and sway the dreams of the fungus.
You're gonna try and sway them?
try to, what would be the word? Get information.
You're going to interrogate
Unsolvable.
his dreams?
Interrogate the dreams.
Do you inform anyone of this, or you just start doing it?
He just starts doing it.
Okay, cool. So Williams has no idea what the fuck you're doing. So he's just gonna continue forward.
Of needles.
Hmm. We'll deal with your thing in a moment.
Asking what the solver is.
Alright, so Williams doesn't advance any further and just says, well, it does appear there are more here, but they appear to be sleeping. Well, they're currently asleep. Dreaming pleasant thoughts.
Hmm.
Did I put all of them to sleep?
No, these ones are just already sleeping.
Oh, okay.
How to get past? Preferably without disturbing any more minions of whatever this thing is.
Well, I'm just gonna roll something really quick. A moment, if you will. I do believe I have a solution for this. He's going to position himself properly. Pull out a small flask, unscrew it, and take a very large swig. While holding up his pointer finger as if to wait a moment. And that's his turn. Yes! Mighty Sovereign! Truly! Largest of us all! You will protect us! Us who are no taller than you! And that's all the people who are close to the sleeping mushroom here.
What?
Alicia, what would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to move slightly close. She's going to move slightly closer because she's curious about what this guy's doing. But, you know, as a scientist, she's smart enough to know that she's not supposed to get too close to people who are potentially doing something dangerous. So the steel defender is going to nervously settle next to her, and she's just going to watch.
Flinwick,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
I don't know.
Well,
Get high or something.
as you try to figure that out, the mushroom farts in your face.
Yeah, he's already full of spores and
They're in your eyes.
lifelong eating mushrooms he's not supposed to be eating.
Mm-hmm.
So, so yeah.
What would you like to do?
Have we been told that we're leaving yet? I don't know.
No, you guys have to go
He's on
deeper to
again.
find the thing you guys are looking for.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So am I still carrying the thing?
Presumably, unless you want to drop it.
Well, I thought.
For Fish Boy.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, you can just drop it on the fish boy if you wanted to.
Yeah, sure. I want to take my yo-yo.
You just drop it on the fish and be like, ah, this is yours.
He's not going to complain.
Okay, I can take my yo-yo back then. I'm
I
sure
mean,
someone else has a rope.
Sure. Jones, I assume you're going to keep your distance and ready your action? I'll take that as a yes.
Yep.
Modus, do you have any rope?
I think I would have had rope, but we're not using gear.
I'll say you have rope.
Cool. I use my rope to tie it up.
Sleight of hand. Best not. Just absolutely amazing. Totally perfect.
Great.
See, you should have had a yo-yo.
In fact, you actually tried to do what
Yo-yos are way better.
you actually tried to do that trick that they Flintwood did, and you're pretty sure you got it. Especially with that thick rope. Oh yeah, he's totally not going anywhere. Flintwick, even with your passive perception, you can just see he's loosely wrapped the rope around his wrists.
It's none of my business. Besides, they're weak creatures, and you just, club it in the head and it'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna move if there's time left in the action.
Of course. Are you carrying the mushroom with you?
Yeah, so 15.
Strength check, yeah.
Strength check?
Mm-hmm. If you do well, you don't just have 15, you have more. But you only have 15 because nobody's helping you. So then, Williams finishes his drink and breathes fire. And a very long, bright string of it. Down this way. Elysia. You are the only one that's close enough to do this check. Give me a perception. Actually,
Okay.
Perception or insight of your choice.
Well, let's see
You
here.
know what? I'll make it even more interesting. Perception, insight, or arcana.
Oh.
Give me a sec, because that's enough to pass. Give me a sec. I gotta find the character. Model. So then, as Williams just basically flamethrowers his mouth out, excuse me.
That's how he said. That's how he did it, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
That
exactly how he
noise.
did it. He just went, and that's how he belched out the flames. Yeah, that's enough damage. So Williams just basically burns all these fucking mushrooms to the ground. And as he finishes, he just lets out a small belch of smoke. Right then, I believe the path is clear.
Quite.
And of course, Jackman. Yes! Mighty Sovereign! Arrived nearly a moon ago! Yet you have led us to greatness! Much greatness!
Interesting.
Elysia.
Alright. Seeing that the path is now clear, going to move in and my little machine is going to move in as well.
Scanner.
Quite
Fun.
impressive this way.
So anyway,
Yes.
what would you like to have?
Move.
Alright, change the
Whatever.
diagonal.
Yeah. There, he sped up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He pitter pattered across the floor.
Mm-hmm. Aaron Jones. I'm just gonna assume that he wants to take a position.
Just keep moving forward.
Okay.
Just keep moving with the guy with the gun who just belched out a stream of fire.
Mhm.
Things, he's our guide down here. I don't want to lose track of him.
Ah, Emojis.
Gonna keep up. This is. That's about as far as I can go.
Yep. That was like half moon. Sucked ass.
Mm-hmm. I have a bit of assistance. This
Why
thing
not
is
just-
pretty heavy.
Why not just leave it there for when we come back? There's only one way in and out of here.
I suppose I could do that. I guess he'll still be holding it next time, because it's not it'd be part of his action. But you know, it's technically still holding it for now.
So then, as the rest of you all file more or less in, more mushrooms and a bush spring to life-ish. And a lot of you are bombarded with, "Hello!" Well, Williams just kind of stands there cluelessly. You have made it very far from the surface! What might me, the mighty sovereign, do for you, intruder? Nobody want to say anything?
Hear them, do you?
Do I hear it?
Because he's standing in the spores, or what they took to be the spores.
Technically, anyone who's passed through one of these green patches has spores on them. Technically, Williams can hear it. And he seems very annoyed at that fact.
Has passed through these ones, or just the spores
Any
in
of them
general? Any of them? So I heard it. Yeah.
Well, you've also been standing next to literally a spore, just a spore-producing mushroom. So yes, you have.
Yeah. All right. Oh, hello. You
Hello!
finally meet? Yes. How did you? What are you? How did you get here? What?
We were
What,
born here many cycles ago. Long ago, when I, the great sovereign, were but a small mushroom, and many greater sovereign before, we had found ourselves here. And these are the caves that we have grown. Through many turmoils, through many struggles and terminal illnesses have we survived as a species. And as a circle we have grown.
Fascinating.
A
Yes!
circle.
Yes! The circle! As it just slowly, as it slowly kind of like semi-shifts its like posture, and you just see that like there's just like a small bit of fairy shrooms around it. Or a fairy circle around it. A fairy circle, as in those tiny little, just a
Yeah.
little circle of mushrooms. The circle! We have survived many atrocities, such as the Great Wettening. And it just continues to stand there, not saying anything else. Truly a tragedy!
What is the Great Wettening?
The Great Wettening! When moisture poured viciously through the ceiling, and onto us many young spores were lost. This lasted for nearly 3 Laplins, but we survived and thrived. With the moisture brought new nutrients. Delicious. Truly. It was due to this tragedy that only the strongest of sovereigns, such as me, had survived.
Truly fascinating.
All of you guys can do a nature check on its statement.
I don't know fungal knowledge.
Yep. Yeah, it just rained once. They got a little bit of extra rain, and that was it. So, surface dwellers!
So if it was the flood this
Yes!
chamber
A flood!
for you guys.
It wiped out many of us, including the old sovereign!
Out of curiosity, I'm gonna start looking around. Can I see a point that might be dripping already? Like there's blast holes around.
Beep, bop, boop, what?
That's what I was.
Can I see a point on like the wall or ceiling that is dripping already?
Can you see a space on the wall or ceiling that is... And then it's just roboting. Just type.
I can't type.
Ow. Well, shit.
Yeah, currently driving. Almost home. Looking for a spot where I might be able to blast a hole and cause it to start flooding.
Oh! Yes, there is, Williams does inform you that, yeah, they used explosives and a bit of water got in.
No, I was asking if there's a place where I can literally blast a hole in a wall and cause more water to come in and get rid of these guys.
Oh, you just want to fucking flood them out. Sure, yeah, give me a sec.
A perception?
I'd say investigation.
Okay, good. I'm actually good at that one.
It would take more than one blast, but yeah, you could probably get through.
Okay, keeping that in mind and marking that point on the wall. Because if these guys annoy me, I'm just gonna get rid of them and we'll just swim the rest of the way. But that's all in my head and I'm not telling anybody.
Fuck these shrooms. All my niggas hate these shrooms. Does anyone else have anything they want to
think
plan?
they're cool.
Well, she looked to our boss for the moment and asked, and basically kind of just look at him and just tell him, what is your preferable course of action in this case? The species might prove useful, at the very least, it's been comedic.
He pops open his revolver and checks how many bullets he has left. I quite prefer not to waste my last 4 shots. And he just kind of clips it shut. Diplomacy or quick execution?
All right.
So unless any of you have any other plans, I think I might have something.
Hmm.
But
We'll keep-
however, it's going to be very, very annoying.
Indeed, it'll be annoying, but it is better as scientists that we try to preserve life rather than take it, should it be viable.
Right then. And he clears his throat for a moment. And he seems to almost try to imitate their voice. Hello, yes, it is I. I am the sovereign of the surface itself. He just steps forward, just as if he's in charge of everything. Which for Williams isn't hard to do. And these are my entourage who are looking to investigate the matter of this great flood that has suffered us as well. You see, our people have lost many great artifacts to that flood, and we believe it has made its way down to your mighty circle. And we were but wondering, as humble ambassadors, if we could peruse perhaps your ancient circle for signs of these artifacts. All of you can insight his bullshit. As he tries to. Yeah, he doesn't want to be here right now. He really wishes he had more bullets than having to pull off this bullshit. Alright, he's gonna use luck. Much better. But of course he is your boss, so maybe that's what really did happen, because he rolled a fucking 25 on deception. I mean, yeah, maybe he is the sovereign of the surface.
Wow.
It's retroactively true now. That's how good natural 20 persuasion rules work.
I mean, you're pretty sure, like with Williams's power and everything and influence, he's definitely in charge. He could be called the sovereign.
Wow.
In fact,
Incredible.
you're pretty sure that he looks a bit taller, even. Anyway, I need to roll their fucking bullshit detection. 2. They got a 2, -3. Ah! A great sovereign of the surface! Truly, you honor us! Yes, of course! Ancient relics! We have gathered many of these! We were not sure where they had came from, though, and thought that they might be dangerous, as 2 sovereigns before me had briefly had his insides turn outwards when touching it. We, of course, have left it alone in the far reaches to the north. In this small section over here. I will instruct one of the younger ones to clear the way for you, great and noble sovereign of the surface. Go in peace and spread your spores. Yes, you too. And he just immediately turns, just walks past. Get the fuck out of here, get the fuck out of here, let's get the fuck out of here, let's get the fuck out of here. Crumbling the entire way, he doesn't want to be here. He hates having to play lower politics with people, apparently.
Yeah.
But yes, with the successful persuasion, had that luck failed, I would have asked one of you guys to try and back it up, but luckily. So the successful persuasion, the pathway is cleared, and there are, well, an assortment of things along the ground, each having a small circle of mushrooms around it. There is a odd-shaped rock with a hole in it. Just a simple hole right there. There is, of course, scribblings along the walls, which none of you immediately recognize unless you are a druid.
Okay.
Is anyone here a
Interesting.
druid?
Yes.
Alrighty then.
Let's say no, but I have Eyes of the Runekeeper, which allows me to read all writing.
Alrighty then. So, you both read for
Fantastic.
the small rock with a hole in it, the seed of the first sovereign. The next item is a oddly shaped twig that appears to be covered in mushrooms that are dying. The text near that reads, "In memory of those who gave their lives to the great, to held off the great invader." The story, of course, basically breaks down to noble sacrifices and all the like, and essentially a mighty battle when, after reading between the lines, and essentially some moss grew down here, and they took umbrage with that. They're like, hey, you're not a mushroom, and decide to wage war on moss.
The Great Moss War.
Yeah, basically. No,
Amazing.
the Great Invader.
The Great Invader. Yeah.
They lost their most noble sovereign in that fight.
Tragic.
There's
And
only room
finally,
for one fun guy underneath there.
truly. And finally, the third item, which Williams actually approaches because he doesn't care about the other two. A large plate of metal with weird etchings on it. The etchings, of course, are more or less nonsense, but seem as if they are part of a bigger piece. As for, well, the things specifically written on it are arcane phrases and wordings, such as levitation and preservation. Alchemical sigils also line it as well, seeming to promote a form of life in one form or another. The metal itself also seems to almost vibrate as it sits still, well, as it sits in place, surrounded by a slightly larger fairy circle of mushrooms. Williams, of course, approaches the thing without much hesitation. Give me a sec while I eat a slice of pizza. Would any of you like to investigate the other two items, while Williams takes interest in the only item that he seems to have any importance towards?
Yes, I'd like to investigate them.
What's wrong?
What?
Which item would you like to investigate?
The rock, the wand.
The rock, or the stick? The stick
The
with a bunch
stick.
of mushrooms on it. Yes.
Sick. I'll roll investigation on it.
Sure.
Oh,
This truly is a memorial to those lost in that great war.
can I also use nature to check the condition of the mushrooms?
Sure.
What about my investigation?
What are you investigating, Bianca?
Well, the other thing that.
The rock?
The seed of the
Yeah,
first sovereign?
the one that Alessia wasn't going to investigate.
I'll get to that in a moment. The mushrooms appear to be alive but inactive. They are clearly like the same species as the other mushrooms around you, but these ones don't appear to be moving too much.
All right. Can I roll arcane to see if there's anything, magical about it?
Sure. There is an innate magic to it, but you're not quite sure what it's doing, but it definitely does have like a slight magical waver to it.
Fascinating. Well, this seems to be their form of a museum. I'd rather not interfere, but they are an interesting species. I'll give them that.
As for you, Flinwick, how would you like to go about investigating? How close to the museum display are you willing to get? As you investigate
Well,
the seed of the great first sovereign.
is it stuff I have to like? Is it written stuff? Like, how big or how small is it?
It's a rock that can probably be lifted in, but it would take both your hands to lift, but not much more than that.
Okay.
And there is text around it, but you can't read it because you're not a druid or speak druidic.
Actually, I can read that.
Can you now?
I can. Okay, let's see. But yeah, I can read it.
Attention, everyone! I can speak Druidic. I can read
I
this
did see
and
Druid.
translate for anyone, for all of you.
Oh
if you-
yeah. So basically all but like Elysia Elysia and Williams can understand Druidic.
The Druids are a fascinating culture of mages and such, but it's not very interesting to me.
Yes.
So
As-
what
It's
does he
disappointing.
say?
So then, the story of the first sovereign. This was told from the great sovereign himself and prescribed after generations of being retold. The story from the sovereign's mouth itself, from his own gills and shrooms sprouted in the first cave. During his reign, all was at peace, and this was good. But he once told a story to the young sproutlings of near Yea High, of his times when he was but young himself, and found himself hurtling through the great cosmic sea, crashing onto Earth, onto this realm itself, and nearly suffocating within its grasp. Cold, tired, and without food, he sunk, and soon, when he eventually sunk too deep, unaware of where he could be, unable to see or hear anything, he fell into a great sleep. After an unknown amount of time, he eventually awoke again, finding himself washed ashore. It was here that he decided that it was best to lay his roots, and thus becoming the first sovereign of this great circle.
Huh.
Niggas from
Circle?
space. Niggas from space.
Yeah, so Plymouth is going to start hyperventilating and shit.
You all right?
Aliens! Aliens!
Yes, that's what we're investigating. Aliens, of course. As Williams just puts on gloves and picks up his metal shard.
You are studying actual xenobiological life forms here.
Of course. How do you think we perfected imitation of life?
I thought you merely took the life that was already here. Not that you've made the archaeological and biological find of the centuries. Quite
Well,
impressive work.
well, for obvious reasons, we can't let that get out too quickly. Otherwise, we'll have another war. Now, as far as everyone else is concerned, the original discovery for creating artificial life will be discovered in 30 years in the academic field. We haven't decided which school will have that honor yet, but we're sure it'll have my name on it. If not my name, at least a large portion of it in my name.
So have you
It's an
discovered?
honor.
Oh, sorry.
It is an honor to be a part of this.
Well, you will all be properly compensated, of course. I
Yay.
expect, well, he looks around at the shrooms. there to be interference.
It could have been worse. If these beings truly can cross the stars, then we should count ourselves lucky these are simply lesser life forms. To put it bluntly.
Well, there are other life forms that have crossed the stars and landed in the oceans. In fact, this, I do believe, he picks up the metal and places it more or less between you all, I do believe is part of it. You said that it's the species came from space, yes? I do believe whatever this was originally attached to might be the thing it was hitching a ride on.
Spaceship.
Yes.
Oh. Oh.
Look,
I guess I'm really gonna look at it then.
essentially, yes. They're basically simplified orcs.
Simplified orcs.
Only they're much
Wow.
stupider and don't have the power of imagination.
Sort of
Hmm.
goblin.
Goblins.
They're not simple. Well, they're smarter than the average orc because they're thinking like, it's not that important. But
That's true, I think. Like, I
they're
don't know.
smarter, but still not. But they're not dumb enough to have the imagination power.
Indeed. They're just at that point where they're completely useless.
I think I'm gonna use my investigation on the seed, actually.
Sure. Do you pick it up?
Not at first.
I need a yes or no answer. Do you dare touch the sacred seed of the first sovereign?
No.
Alrighty then. Smart choice. Fuck! What is it, Bianca?
Can't believe I didn't get that.
What part didn't you get? That they're orcs?
That they're orcs because mushrooms.
I mean, that wasn't intentional, but sure, I'll roll with the joke.
Oh.
No, this was literally just, the mushrooms came from space. That was it. You guys made that connection on your own. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll roll with it. But for the sake of things, sure. They're space mushrooms that will eventually evolve into orcs. Why the fuck not? I don't fucking care anymore.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Maybe
then,
we should have let them all on fire just to be safe.
so Modris, you were investigating the seed, yes?
Yep.
As you're of course looking at it and observing it, you hear a very distant "Wah!" in the back of your head. Outside of that, you have the same story that it basically came from space. It was with Williams' information, of course. You managed to gather that it was essentially. I just flicked food at myself. It was essentially stuck to the side of a spaceship that began to break up in orbit and plummeted somewhere into the ocean. Which, now that you piece all that together, you think Williams might be after that ship.
Might be after the ship.
Yeah, the original ship.
Well, yeah, you heard the discussion, I believe. Yeah. The ship. Well, I am curious about Arcana capabilities as well. And that's a low roll. Okay.
So, another thing I'll let you get with that nat 20. After glancing over at the piece that Williamson is investigating, you've seen that metal before.
Oh. I
You
have.
saw it in a very, very old temple that, even as far back as your eldest elder, had even warned you to never approach lest you go missing. From a very young age, your entire species was told this.
And I recognize the metal, right?
It's made of the same thing, yes.
Made of the same stuff.
You guys
Huh.
always refer to it as an ancient temple.
Ancient temple. I recognize this material.
Oh, right.
An
You
old
are of the underwater surface. That would make sense. We can discuss this, of
I
course, later and in much more cleaner environment. And he just picks up the thing, opens up a small, unfoils a small bit of cloth, throws it against the wall, and pushes the shard of metal into the hole that he has created, and then peels it off the wall. And quickly rolls it back up, folds it, and puts it in his pocket. Right then. I need a shower, and I wish to be rid of these mushrooms. So then, let's make haste. And he begins to immediately walk off towards the entrance that you guys came in through.
Well, Amudris is already done looking around, so it's gonna follow.
Oh, I'm taking a break. Okay.
Elysia, would you like to try and steal the wand?
Wand.
Because she's getting about the thought about alien life and possible alien technology.
Fuck this magic bullshit, alien tech!
Yes.
I'll look at
An
the wand.
artificer. I want to take it apart and understand how it works.
That's funny.
Good permission.
That's funny. They feel the same way about you. Williams.
Good. No
Williams.
hard feelings then.
Yes. So then, traveling back, of course, is relatively simple. You essentially get back in the bathysphere. Williams seems a bit antsy. And you guys make your way back to the station. Relatively in one piece.
Huzzah.
Indeed. Well, that was rather taxing. But it does bring up the point you probably will be needing equipment. Unless you have anything else you'd prefer using.
What kind of equipment?
Well, we are not well equipped for things of martial prowess. We do have an assortment of firearms. None, of course, as good as my peacekeeper here. But we do have older models.
Do you happen to have anything in the form of protection? I'm more or less as equipped as I need offensively,
Well, I'm sure we could probably
but if
find an ancient crab and rip its shell off and make armor for you if you need be.
that would probably be appreciated.
Anyone else?
Because, yeah.
Anyone else need some carapace armor?
I wouldn't mind any armor, but I could also use the time to better infuse it with my skill set, if you.
Of course.
So.
Well then, in that case, I'll make sure that we put in an assignment. We put in a request for that. We should be here within the week, or rather, depending on how quickly the hunting party goes. But in the meantime, I would suggest you all get your rest. Make yourselves comfortable. We have much science to explore. And Williams gives a gentle bow and walks off down a hallway.
And wait. He said he can't wait.
But yeah. I was hoping to actually knock this part out last week, but kind of ran out of time and steam. So, a couple of days pass, and you all receive armor that is essentially counted as heavy armor in terms of, protection. However, due to its material, it is dropped down a class in weight. So then, what armor styles would you all prefer? Add the appropriate ones to your character sheets now. Essentially, if you have medium proficiency, you can get full plate mail. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, full plate mail. My character is.
Oh, my back.
Full plate mail, I suppose.
If you can carry medium, you can carry the full plate. Yeah.
Yep.
Ugh.
Was just checking my proficiency. All right.
And if you're of the casting type, you can or if you're, say, a monk or a barbarian, you can essentially have light. You can essentially have light armor equipped while it's still counting as you being naked.
Well, I can wear leather, so what would it be? Studded leather?
Essentially, you can wear medium then.
I don't know if I can wear that, I think, but
Okay, well, if you can wear medium armor, you can wear now heavy, is what I'm stating.
oh,
It's just a question of whether she gets more benefit from keeping the dex modifier or losing it.
Indeed.
I benefit from it, so I don't want to lose that.
Which means you can go up to medium and grab like a breastplate or something,
That's true.
which will allow you to at least do 2 of them, and that'll give you an 18 as opposed to whatever your. I think studded leather would only give you a 17 if you have maxed out dex.
No, my dex is a 16.
So cost 2.
Alright. Okay.
So then, everyone pick their armor of choice.
So it's lighter. Does it still affect stealth the same way? Sorry. I feel like this was.
Technically, it should, right?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense to me, but.
Yeah, I'll say it does. I
Sure.
completely forgotten about the heavy armor and stealth thing. Seeing as it's a rushed order, they didn't have the time to pad everything, so that's my excuse.
It'll take me a couple minutes to actually get to that point, but I'm just going to grab a breastplate because my dex is high enough to make it equal to plate mail,
Hell yeah.
and I won't get the stealth disadvantage.
Alright, how far away from your being home? It is. Alright then. Okay.
Am home. I'm currently finishing up some dinner prep because we have something that needs to marinate for a bit before we actually move on to the next step. Which the outing was to go get the ingredients to do this.
Hell yeah.
So I'll actually be at my computer in like 10 minutes.
Alright then. So you guys want to take a small 10-minute break while Cadiz finishes his food and shit? And you all add your shit?
Sure.
Alright.
I want to infuse my new armor piece with something.
CBT spell. It tortures everyone else's cock and balls.
It's too powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And also kind of weird because it would only affect male creatures.
So apparently, the pizza around the corner store, they used to be $12. They're now $16. I'm not happy about it. I mean, yeah, you can still go there with a 20 and walk out with 2 pizzas, but still, not walking out with much else. Especially with the stupid fucking soda tax. You know, fuck Philly.
Since Williams said he was planning to destroy the cave, right?
Oh no, he just wanted the shard. That's all.
So I thought he mentioned something about getting rid of the fungi.
He just thought it would probably be easier, but
Okay.
it was more just an inconvenience for him.
So the habitat is fairly maintained?
Yeah, he just left them alone.
Just leave it alone? Alright,
He got what he wanted out of it.
cool.
Cool. I might vomit.
Weapons could be good to have. Maybe.
Alright, I'm just gonna say I infused it with the my armor with one of the infusions that I had enhanced defense, which gives me +2 to armor class.
Yep.
How much time is passing? Because if anybody wants any more infusions, I think I can keep doing it.
About a day.
A day?
Yes.
Should I just add my weapons back in?
Depends. They wouldn't have anything like swords or anything.
Oh yeah, I need a weapon as well.
Best they can offer you is a pistol.
The what?
Is it what?
A pistol.
I have firearm proficiency, so yeah, I'll take a pistol.
Alright. It's 1d8 plus your modifiers of dex.
Guess I'll go without.
I mean, they could probably throw together a spear for you if you really needed it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proficient in that.
Then yeah, they can just take off the leg of a crab and just tie it together for you.
Yep.
Outside of that, they've got, an assortment of wrenches and screwdrivers that could basically be improvised clubs and knives. It's a research facility, not a weapons manufacturer. The only reason they have spare guns is because Williams wanted some more guns down there for himself. Say if he had to lose one, he'd be like, well, I got one back at home. It's fine. Or if he loses his good one, he just goes, all right, I'm going to need about 3 of those, and I'm going back down there for that thing.
All right, sorry about that. Pistol. What's the stuff for the pistol?
It is...
Sorry, that was a phone call. Sorry, I muted, so I didn't hear it.
I believe it's... Is that the deal closer? Or is it messenger? I believe it's 1d8. 1d8 piercing, that's what I'll say. It's a front-loaded pistol, though. Front-loaded flintlock. Williams is a revolver.
Attack is
1d8 dexterity modifier.
range.
20 to 60 feet.
20 to 60 feet. Okay. And I can infuse it with repeating shot. So this magic weapon grants +1 bonus to attack. The damage rolls made with it when used to make a ranged attack, and it ignores the loading property if it has it.
And it does. So essentially, you just put a speed loader onto it, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
There,
If you load, no, I didn't.
I get a
If
better
you
idea.
load no ammunition in the weapon, it produces its own, automatically creating one piece of magical ammunition. When you make a ranged attack with it, the ammunition created by the weapon vanishes the instant it hits or misses the target.
I got a better idea. Describe how you make a auto-loading flintlock.
All right, she takes some material, basically makes an extended magazine with.
For a flintlock.
Yes, she's basically just she's also altering the magazine a little bit so it stops looking like Quinlan. She is altering the design. She does have some thieves tools, tinker's tools, well, proficiency with those, smith's tools, so she can make something that looks a bit nicer.
I think I know.
Yeah, she's basically adding a clip though, and magically infusing it with, artificial magic.
So, do you just make a fucking broom handle?
Basically.
Yeah, the German pistol that fucking sucks to fucking load because you need stripper clips.
Let me look at the gun just to see what kind of monstrosity. I mean, yeah, it's fine with me. I like it. Or am I making like a Mauser C96? That's what I came up with on the internet.
Yeah, Mauser C96. Or 96.
Cool.
Yeah, C96. It's basically also called the broom handle.
I don't suppose we still have access to that artifact that we picked up?
Which one? The one Williams
The
picked up?
metal.
Yes, Williams walked off with it though.
Hmm. Uh, any chance I could cast Identify before he leaves?
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, you guys do have free range, and he does basically drop it off at somebody else's station for them to do research on.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Gotta be able to touch it. I see, okay.
Yeah. So you cast
Use the spell
Identify.
book.
It is not magical in nature.
Ah,
Not in its current state, at least. So whatever it may have been a part of, perhaps may have been magical, but this particular piece, not so much.
Interesting.
Also, kiddies, would you like a German broom handle? Mosin broom handle? What was that a yes or a no? I couldn't hear. Or Mauser broom handle, sorry. Piss off bunch of gun nerds. Nope. Still can't believe they tried to turn it into a rifle. They took a fucking Mauser broom handle and turned it into, like, gave it a stock and a long barrel. This is some fucking bullshit. Right then. Right. But yes, the item itself is non-magical. Anyone else have anything they want to do with the downtime? I think those were words I said. I don't know anymore. Hello?
What?
Anyone else have anything they would like to do with their time?
Actually, I'm currently thinking about changing out spells, just looking through my options.
I made this.
Yeah, that. Yeah, Hans Pistol is a Mauser. Who knew?
Uh, anyone who was a gun nut.
Yeah, I guess so.
Funnily enough, all of the guns that were used on the original Alien were actually Nerf guns, just repainted.
This is the future liberals want.
Basically. But no, actually, that's a really like a small fact. Actually, is the guns that were used. They were basically just modified Nerf guns that they would run around with and have fun with. Mainly because they were like, this is bulky and stupid. I'm sure this will fucking pass as a gun. And it was cheaper than buying, prop guns, which aren't really a thing, but sure. Alright then. And Flynnwick, what would you like to do? Yaga.
Link, are you alive?
I'm not. I think she's eating macaroni and cheese. Bianca. Alrighty then. Fuck, I wanted to get this all done before February hit, but waiting for Bianca to get fucking back. So, what technologies do you two decide to try and check out? As much as I can.
Yeah,
I mean, like, do you go with the medical field, technological, just general technological advancements?
general
Power?
technological advancement sounds good.
Alright. Okay, fair enough. So as far as the tech that they've managed to essentially acquire and reverse engineer to a certain extent, have been mechanized units, and essentially Tesla coils. The likes of which they have turned into weapons, which they have deemed unstable for the time being and will require further research. Along with the idea that they have been toying with on the surface of monorails, essentially, without relying on a lot of the notes that you guys essentially end up encountering is we need to move away from our current energy source. Which the wording is strange, but all of you being academics managed to essentially read between the lines of whatever they're using is alive. It is alive, it is not happy, and it is dying. And nobody's doing anything about it.
That's just the peril. For one paradigm, it can last forever. But at least they'll get valuable data out of it.
So what they're trying to basically do is slowly, incrementally introduce these technologies and more or less force the technological change by saying, hey, our current systems can't handle this. Let's try the systems that we've already built in place, that we've been practicing with, we've been testing with, to, use it instead. So that's what, a lot of, there's like about like 3 different speeches that you guys just find in garbage cans, essentially, of just Williams' handwriting and him just stating like how he's going to present this. Like, we need to find, alternative, means of power. We have presented you with these options, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, half of it gets scribbled out. He's like, all right, no, this is clearly shit. So he wrote, like, 3 or 4 other versions of the speech. One of them just straight up is just an appeal to greed of hey, if this thing dies, we're all fucked, so let's just switch to this. This is safer, it won't break free as much, it won't try to kill us, and we're pretty sure we have a good hold of it.
Pretty sure they have a good hold of it.
I mean, the academic would read it as he's certain that his people are certain, but he's not, confident in his people. Or, like, he's not confident in some aspect of it, essentially. But, he just has about, like, 7 or 8 different versions of essentially the same fucking speech that he's just constantly rewording. Let's wait for Bianca to get back. Bianca, are you back yet? Well, Bianca appears to be dead.
Rip Bianca.
Indeed. Yeah, so overall, I should probably have my account fully set up by next week. Well, hopefully next week. So I'll be one step closer to enlisting, meaning my timetable is getting shorter and shorter. So I leave the choice up to you guys. I have one more battle map ready. The conclusion of the story can happen all essentially in one long session. So, do you guys want to do that next session, or do you want to get to the battle map now?
I'm fine with a longer session on Friday.
Yeah, that's preferred for me. I have some stuff I need to get done.
Welcome back.
Bianca lives!
Hey.
The necromantic chant worked! Although I don't think we needed to throw that much tea into the harbor. Who cares?
Well, that's a guaranteed way to summon Brits, right? You just throw tea?
How's the necro mantic? I wasn't dead.
Sure you
That's
were.
what they all say when they come back, Bianca. Don't worry.
Indeed.
It's very traumatic.
So then, does Friday work for everyone?
Works for me.
Yes.
So, Bianca, what's your character doing when you're back and getting equipment and stuff?
I still have no idea what I want to give him. The only thing I've given him is breastplate, so...
Now we're done. Yeah. So, Friday at noon, we will try to knock out the rest. And maybe some answers. Questions will be answered. Maybe discoveries will be made. Betrayals found out.
He's an alien.
Huh? Williams is an alien, no. Nah, that'd be...
in a suspicious way, so I don't believe you.
Williams isn't an alien. He's a dragon.